Hello guys, welcome to my presentation. My name is Amar Biradar from section Arabetta. My topic is control protocols in wide network. Control protocols in wide network. The data link layer is a crucial protocol layer that transfers data between connected networks. It provides the means to rectify errors that may occur in the physical layer and ensure reliable data transmission. Introduction to data communication. Communication components. Data communication involves the exchange of information between two devices via transmission medium. The key components are the sender, receiver, message, transmission medium, and protocol. OSI model. The OSI means Open System Interconnection Model is a framework used to describe and standardize computer networks protocols. It consists of 7 layers, with the data link layer responsible for establishing connection between nodes. Data link layer. The data link layer handles communication between direct connected nodes. Its two sublayers, data link control and media access control, are responsible for reliable data transfer and managing access to the physical medium. Data link control protocols. Unrestricted simplex protocol. The unrestricted simplex protocol is one of the most protocols designed for noiseless or ideal channels which do not actually exist in real world scenarios. Stop and wait protocol. The stop and wait protocol is another protocol designed for noiseless channels where the sender waits for an acknowledgement before sending the next frame. Sliding window protocol. The sliding window protocol is one of the 4 protocols designed for noisy or real channels, allowing the sender to transmit multiple frames without waiting for acknowledgements. Go back N protocol. The go back N protocol is another protocol for noisy channels where the sender retransmits all frames starting from the one that was not acknowledged. In these 4, unrestricted simplex protocol and stop and wait protocol are the noiseless channels and support noiseless channels, and the other two, sliding window protocol and go back N protocol, support noisy channels. Unrestricted simplex. Simple protocol. The unrestricted simplex protocol is a simple protocol with no restrictions. It has no error control and flow control. One-way transmission. This protocol provides data transmission in only one direction from sender to receiver, with the assumption of an error-free communication channel. No error handling. The problem with this protocol is that it assumes an error-free communication channel with no provision for detection and correction of errors in data frames. Stop and wait protocol. Sender's process. In the stop and wait protocol, the sender takes packets from the network layer, copies them into frames, and transmits them. The sender then waits for an acknowledgement ACK from the receiver before sending the next frame. Receiver's process. The receiver waits until a frame is received from the sender, passes the data packet to the network layer, and sends an ACK back to the sender to indicate successful reception. The receiver then returns to the waiting stage. Limitations. The main problem with the protocol is that if the ACK is not received by the sender will wait indefinitely. This can lead to deadlock situation. Sliding window protocol. Bidirectional communication. Unlike previous protocols like stop and wait and PAR, the sliding window protocol allows for data transmission in both directions from sender to receiver and receiver to sender. Error and flow control. The sliding window protocol is a popular method for both error control and flow control. It is classified into 3 types based on the sender and receiver window sizes: 1-bit sliding window, go back N, and selective repeat. Frame transmission. The transmission process involves the sender fetching the first packet from its network layer, building a frame, and sending it. The receiver checks if the frame is a duplicate, and if not, passes it to the network layer and slides its window up. Acknowledgement handling. The acknowledgement field contains the number of the last frame received without error. If this matches the sender sequence number, the sender knows the transmission was successful and can fetch the next packet. If not, the sender must keep retrying the same frame. Go back N protocol. Sender buffer management. The go back N protocol allows the sender to maintain a buffer of a predetermined size, storing frames that can be transmitted without waiting for acknowledgements. Retransition mechanism. If a frame is not acknowledged within the timeout period, the sender transmits the frame and all subsequent frames in the window following the go back N principle. Receiver operation. The receiver waits for the expected sequence number, and if an out of order frame arrives, it discards the frame and sends an acknowledgement for the last corrected received frame. This is a graph to show the performance of Protocol 7. The performance of Protocol 7, also known as priorities retransmission, is evaluated by varying the timeout values while keeping the error rate fixed at 10%. As the timeout value increases, the number of frames sent decreases, indicating improved efficiency. The chart shows that with a timeout value of 10, the number of frames sent in is 3337, while at a timeout of 90, the number drops to just 440 frames. This demonstrates the protocol ability to optimize bandwidth usage by retransmitting only the necessary frames. Conclusion. Data link layer. This research paper has briefly explained the data link layer and its various protocols, including both noiseless and noisy protocols. Protocol evaluation. The protocols were analyzed by their ease of implementation, bandwidth efficiency, and performance in terms of frame retransmissions. Optimized solution. Protocol 7, with its priority-based transmission approach, was found to provide the best overall performance compared to previous protocols. Thank you.